What an interesting guest house I stayed in for the last couple of days. Got a lot of work. I was gonna say I got a lot of work done, but I got a decent amount of work done. Kind of a surprise, nice place in the middle of a Chinese village with really cool parents of the guest house owner that I hung out with and drank tea and communicated in the best way I could figure out. But very nice. It's early in the morning. I'm packing up and getting ready to go. I'll hit the road. We're headed south towards Shenzhen. I plotted out the roads. I think shouldn't be too hard to put down 100 kilometers. Find a little place to settle down at night and keep going. I've been working on this video, this drone flight around Taiwan. I took all yesterday. I stayed in bed and worked. And I think it was productive, very productive. Yeah, check this place out. It's got a little my own bathroom, a little nook here for tea and TV, which I don't look at the TV. And then I always love the interesting choice of artwork in rooms, but the bed is very comfortable. Very good sheets. Really good Wi-Fi. I was uploading so fast. Yeah, really nice. A couple extra rooms. There's 3 rooms on every floor, and there's 2 floors. Very cool. My trike was right inside the house, right near the relaxing area where we would hang out and drink tea. Very cool. Okay. The one thing about living and staying in a place like this with Chinese family, like really, he's like my family now, is you can't say no. Eat this. No. Eat this. No. You're gonna eat this. So every day I eat so much. No, it's okay, I'm fine. No, you gotta eat everything on that plate. You got Joe and peppers and fish and mianbao, bread and more bread. I said, no thanks. He's like, you're gonna fucking eat this thing, dude, because you need some carbs. Such a nice guy. No, I don't want it. He's like, you're gonna take it. And you're gonna like it, sir. Okay. They didn't charge me for any of this food. I had 2 dinners, a bunch of food, and this breakfast. I told the owner, I said, I normally he's like, what do you want in the morning? I says, I don't eat joe. Joe is like rice porridge. He says, I don't like joe. I just normally have coffee. He's like, we don't have coffee. This is okay, I can drink water, it's not a big deal. And then like an hour later, his father knocked on the door, had a bag full of Nescafe coffee. Here. He says, thank you, you know. This Nescafe coffee here is very popular. It's just like powdered coffee. Anyways, been a nice time here.
有哦，要不要再？啊？
我好，睡好了。
吃好，多吃。牛奶。
哦，我不喝牛奶。
不喝牛奶。
我小孩子的时候我不可以喝牛奶。
你就没喝牛奶。
Can I give you money?
我英语我不懂。
他们做我饭，每天他做饭。
没有关系。
我没卖。
没关系，
真的？
没关系。
OK， 如果你我可以给你钱，
不要紧。我们就当做一个朋友。
OK。
不用钱，随便吃。
他们说这，OK。Oh yeah, I put this bottle cage on the front. That's something I added. And I replaced my bottle holder here because that broke. You can't get much more village than this. But nice people, for sure. The road today should be a lot like this. Got a thumbs up from the bus driver. Hello. Let's go. I feel good. I'm guessing this is the sort of road I'll be looking at for the foreseeable future. It looks like they just paved it, and from what I can understand from the owner, they said it pretty much runs like this the length of the ride today, which shall be nice. Shall be nice. this area is really deceiving. You've got like all of this like open area. From my height, it looks like land, but I just flew the drone. It's quite a interesting area of, I think they're shrimp farms, just pocketed shrimp farms. And on this side, you've got these banners for an amazing coastal community, like billion-dollar coastal community, maybe more. Right now it's just rubble and dirt across from all these shrimp farms. This area, fast forward 10 years, should be very, very interesting if the gambles pay off. Because you know some people gambled a lot of money on this. There's a lot of money in China. A lot of money for people to make big gambles on. This sounds totally obvious, but the key to putting distance down is consistency and just stick-to-itiveness. Doing videos and the way that I travel, it's a lot of stopping and going and stopping and going, and it can really make. Hi, ni hao. And it can really elongate the road, if you know what I'm saying. I had to come back around and take a look at this. This is I don't know what it's doing here in the road here, but what do we got? We got eels, we've got fish, lots of shrimp, some crabs. I see some crabs, more eels, crabs, some small smelt or something. This looks like a puffer fish. That's a squid. And then there's this guy right here. Is that what kind of fish is that? There's an octopus. I realize this is like fish waste from a catch that, I don't know, maybe too small or something. Yeah, that's another one. That's a stonefish. And more eels, crabs. Shameful. I don't like to see things wasted. A lot of these things I would have put in my fish tank. This is a nice little eel here. It's just strange to see it on the side of the road in the middle of the highway. Crazy. We ventured off the road that I was on, which was sort of like a desolate highway running through land, and now we're in a bit more city life. Hello. Hello. A bit more things to look at, people to look at, things being taken down and put up, and a hell of a lot of oyster shells on the side of the road. Lots of piles of oysters. Lots of piles of oysters. I imagine I could probably eat some oysters for lunch fairly easily. One thing that travel does for you is it helps you look at things on a macro and a micro scale. So like on a macro scale, I'm traveling these large distances from one province or country to another. On a micro scale, I don't know, I look at the lady shucking oysters, or I look at this building being built here and this new one right here in this part of the world, this part of the world that I'm fairly familiar with, but this distinct area here I don't know anything about it. But there are people that are sitting down and around a table for dinner, leveraging money to buy land to build a house, or, you know, putting it all on the line for a restaurant or an oyster farm, or even a little roadside grocery store, you know. Think about all the decisions that had to have come to play in order for somebody to buy a, there's some people shucking oysters. Think about all the people that had to make real sacrifices and decisions in their own life in order to start these businesses or take these risks or to get that job. It's sobering, you know. A lot of people live in a little bubble. They take their own risks for their own life, but they don't think about the risks and the things that are happening all throughout the world, you know. Every day, people of different cultures, races, colors, social, economic standings are risking, sacrificing, slaving, you know, sweating. Hello. Travel really helps you to see that. Hello. I should stop here and get some lunch. I'm gonna have to shift my tactic on how I have lunch and dinner and whatnot. It's not like there's quickie marts where I can pick up a quick lunch and a coffee whenever I want. A lot of these trees here, like big base multi-stem trees. I wonder how long some of these took to grow. These ones are tiny, but there were some, the base was 3 meters wide, it looked like. There was one of them, it was shaped like a teacup. Hello. I wonder how much it takes to buy a tree like that. These ones are planted up here, but there were a couple that were all dug up and wrapped up at the base. Looks like we're in a tree district. Interesting. Oh, there's a kid taking a shit. And the mom looking at me awkwardly. Did that Laowai see my son taking a shit? I'm so embarrassed. China just loves to compartmentalize. Like, if there's one fancy tree growing in the neighborhood, there's tons of people selling that fancy tree growing in the neighborhood. I mean, I just got to this place and I'm like, wow, these trees are kind of interesting. Then I started looking around and I'm like, wow, everybody in town is selling these fancy trees. I wonder what makes these trees grow here especially, or if it's just one guy had an idea, hello, and then everybody around town was like, I shall sell your idea as well. I mean, some of these trees are really young, but some of them look like they've got some age on them. These guys are a little bit new, but there are some that have been. Look at this one. Look at this. This one's flat. This one is a tree, but it's totally flat. So wild. And it's not small. This is a big tree. I mean, pretty big. It's about 4 meters wide on the base, but only 10 centimeters wide on the profile. And then that one over there, it's like a lattice. Pretty cool. Hello. They must be banyan trees. They're growing little itsy bitsy baby ones over there. You can see little baby banyan trees. If you guys remember, when I rode around Penghu Island in Taiwan, I think that banyan tree had enwrapped itself around that shrine temple. I think they said it was like, I think 1,000 years old or something like that. Hello. Okay. 一点点。美国的。对。啊，那是什么车啊？自行车。自行车。对。你们美国？我自行车去美国。你要你都哪 Bye bye. Hello. So I just was talking about how, like, I always think about people that are involved in these businesses that I ride past, all the decisions that were made, all the sacrifices and risks that might have been taken on a family level, you know? Maybe there was some tough times around the dinner table, maybe there was some, you know, sacrifices that had to have been made so that you could get through those rough patches of the business, or maybe there were some successes. Then I see places like this. Hello, ni hao. Hello. This place is an abandoned construction project, never even got finished. Looks like it's been sitting doing nothing for a very long time. What happened here? What families broke up? What people lost millions? What companies made the wrong bet? Oh, this lady's coming back. Hello, ni hao. All the contractors that were, you know, working on this building, not to mention the future contractors, like the people installing the Wi-Fi and the people putting all the furniture in all the rooms, and people doing plaster work and everything. People that planned their future on this complex. And all of those awkward scenarios of people going home and saying, it's not gonna work out. I've got to do something else. I've got to find something else. But we were depending on that project. Well, sometimes things don't work out, you know? Investors, bankers. I mean, think of all the thought and work that goes into a project that big. There's another one over here. That one too. That one's empty. Crazy. Check this out. This is where my hotel is tonight. It's only $10 US a night. I wonder why. Dropped my stuff off at the hotel and went out to get some food because I gotta work actually. I gotta do some videos. And I went right down the street. Malatang place. Perfect. Huh? Hi, hi.
那好，那你拍。
谢谢，谢谢。This looks amazing. Good end of the day. I got a lot to do tonight. Edit. I got a bunch of vlogs tomorrow. We're gonna do another 100 miles, kilometers, not miles. Good stuff. Take it easy. Have a good one. Bye.
Next time on the Jayoe vlog.
In Ningbo that I didn't record. There were two guys and they had two bicycles. And Annie says they're begging for money for food. If I can prove that they're cheating, don't give them any money. I said, okay. There was nothing that indicated that these guys were cycle adventurers. And so I drove away and left them on the side of the road.